What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Dan Drives, and in today's video guys, based on the title and thumbnail, you guys know that we have Little Red here, my 1985 Project C4 Corvette, and we're going to do some tearing into the engine. So in the last video, as you guys did see, we went ahead and did an oil change on Little Red, and only after probably 400 miles or so, the oil did come out pretty disgusting. You guys can go check that video out if you want to. This is going to be a little extension off of that video. We did put new spark plugs in the car, and we did the oil change in the last video, and I give you a little bit more of an insight on the plans that I have for this car. And actually right after this video guys, as long as Little Red is running good, this 4.6 2-valve right here, we're gonna be tearing into that, and we're gonna start uploading the series of the drag car build, which is that New Edge Mustang right back there. So if you guys have been watching, which I am gonna put up some lights up here so you guys will see this a lot better, but we do have the engine already out and we have the interior completely gutted. I gotta go ahead and clear all this out, but I did film 2 videos on this car already. So after this video that you guys are watching right now, we are going to be uploading episode 1 of building our New Edge Mustang drag build, and episode 2 will be right after that. That is also already filmed, and then episode 3 is going to be tearing into this 2-valve right here and tearing it all the way down to the bare block, seeing what we might want to replace, how we're going to build it. We're going to have to, you know, put it on the engine stand and pull the transmission off of it, and that's going to be a whole separate video. Then I will be walking you guys through step by step how I'm going to be building this drag car behind me. I'd like to throw a shot of nitrous at it, hopefully get it up to around 400, 500-ish horsepower. If I got 500 out of it, I'd be pretty happy. Because it is going to be my first engine build. So if you guys are interested at all in any of that content, please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel so that you guys don't miss out. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. We have these stock 24 pound/hour injectors that we're going to be replacing, because the injectors that are in the car right now are definitely oversized by the previous owner. I don't know what they are exactly. Maybe I can run some numbers once I get them out, but I have been having issues of the car wanting to bog out. If you guys do see, we still have the stock manifold on here, but it runs down underneath the car to no catalytic converter, and it is just chopped right there. I do still have the oxygen sensor in, but my guess is that the increased exhaust flow has kind of thrown the computer for a little bit of a journey. It's trying to figure that out. So what it does, once it realizes that it's getting a lot more airflow, probably running a little bit leaner, it wants to richen itself up, and by doing that, it's going to pulse that injector just a little bit more. Now, what it thinks it's doing is pulsing this injector right here, a 24 pound/hour injector, and what it is actually pulsing is probably at least double 24 pound/hour. I have no idea what injectors are in it. I just know that they're beefy and at least twice the size of this one, so probably the reason why we're getting so much flooding. Either way, we're just throwing these cheap ones in so that we can get a baseline and know what's in the car. The goal is just to get it running right at first. So I have to take off the whole tune port intake manifold to get to the fuel rails and the injectors. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the GoPro, do that for you guys. We're gonna have to get new gaskets for the runners that we're taking apart, so we're gonna go ahead and do that also. Then we'll slap her all back together and give her a startup and see how she runs. So let's get right to it. First things first, we will go ahead and remove intake hose. That's all disconnected. Sweet. Okay. There we go. And there is our throttle body disconnected. Any bolts that you do take out of parts, make sure you put them back in, just so that they don't leave the part. As beforehand, complete newbie me was just throwing all these bolts in the same little bowl, and then I was realizing, well damn, I have no idea what these bolts go to, I just know that I have bolts. So then it was a whole long process of test fitting them and you know, maybe not getting the right ones at the right spots. But this is exciting, guys. This is really the first time I've torn into Little Red's engine. Got a little sensor down here. Bam. So we got the top part of this manifold off and the throttle body's disconnected. We do have a coolant line here. We got a little sensor here. Then we have our vacuum lines that we had to disconnect. Another coolant line right here. So now that we have that off, we can go ahead and remove these couple runners here, which have some sneaky bolts. Couple on the back side here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and should be another sneaky one, 4 right in there. That should take this one off. Same thing on that side. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts that will pull our fuel rails off. So we're gonna give a little shout out to Grandpa for hooking us up with these better torque spits that I did not have. I was using some cheap stuff for screwdrivers, but once I got to this one that's giving me a little bit of an issue here, I had to bring out the actual tools. So we'll go ahead and pop this on and see if it takes this bad boy out a little bit easier. Yes, sir. The mechanic is only as good as his tools, guys. Man, dude, the driver's side is a bitch. Hey. Some of you guys might be cringing at this method, but it is working. Just pop these up because these injectors are stuck in here. Try not to leak stuff everywhere. She's dripping. Looks like not all the pieces came out, so we're gonna have to dive back in. Whew, this is disgusting down here too, guys. Go ahead and pull this runner out of the way also. Yeah, we'll definitely vacuum this up before we put it back together, because this is disgusting. And I mean, guys, while we're here, might as well make this video a little bit interesting, and we could go ahead and pull the valve covers off. Alright guys, so quick little update before I call it quits for the night. It is getting kind of late, and at the time of filming this video, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so still got to do some last minute shopping. I've been super busy as usual. So if you guys look over here, we still have our injectors hooked up to our fuel rails here. They came out with, actually had to use a little bit of force. I used a pry bar to kind of get up underneath it here and pop them loose. But some of the caps here where the rubber seals came off on like this one here, these two, and they were still stuck in the injector holes in the manifold. So pop those out. As you guys can see, they're actually laying right there. But we got a lot of leaves that were just trapped underneath this manifold, and they've been sitting for a while. Right there, you guys can probably see condition of our valve covers. And the more and more I think about it, guys, I'm here, so I might as well pop these off. Probably paint match them with the red. Maybe do a little bit of white lettering on it, or white in the stripes here. That would be pretty cool. I do have all the ports plugged up here in the manifold. Just with some paper towels, I have them bunched up and pushed in there so that, you know, nothing gets in there. If for any reason we get a draft in here or a ghost comes in and wants to blow all this stuff into the engine, it's not going to happen. They'd have to pull these rags out first. So that's all taken care of. So next clip that you guys see will be a couple days in advance. We'll go ahead, pop the new injectors on the fuel rails, get this whole manifold area cleaned up, paint the valve covers, and then we'll get to reassembly. So if you guys are enjoying so far, leave a like, subscribe, guys, and we'll pick this up in a couple days. All right, guys, so it's a couple days down the road now, and we're back here in the garage getting ready to work on Little Red, finish up doing some engine touch-ups before we start reassembly. Right over here, automotive grade paint. I got some red and white. We're probably just gonna do a red background, and then I'm gonna tape off and these little stripes here, kind of do some white stripes in it. It'll go along and match with the paint job and should come out pretty good. And right over here, guys, I do have the shop vac out, all plugged in and ready to go. We'll be able to vacuum everything out here. So that's what we're gonna do today in this little section of the video. I'm gonna pop the GoPro on and we'll go ahead, pull the valve covers off, and we'll get started on that. Okay, so we got our shop vac. There we go. Actually, guys, that doesn't look bad at all. I mean, the gasket's kind of definitely could use a new one. Yeah, it looks like right here is probably where our leak was. Honestly, guys, there's not that much sludge up here. I mean, the oil is still coming out pretty dark, but not that bad. There we go. Hell yeah. So if you guys are actually working on these 1985 Corvettes here, and you're looking to get the driver's side valve cover off, all you got to do to get clearance, because I mean it keeps running up against your wiper blade motor here, and then the alternator bracket here. So what you got to do is it's 3 of these little T20 Torx bit screws here, just 3 of these. And the cap actually comes right off of that wiper blade motor, and then you're able to kind of finesse it out just like you saw me do by lifting up to the right and pulling that way. So there we go, second valve cover off. Okay, let's take a look. Cool. It's a lot better, guys. Check out that difference. Passenger side's done, throw on the driver's side. Yes, sir. Check it out.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. So we just got back from my grandpa's house, which he has a sandblaster over there, so huge help. Didn't have to do this all by hand. I started out doing it by hand, and I realized, well, maybe he's still up. It's kind of late, so I got a hold of him. He was still up, so came in clutch again, Grandpa. Thank you so much. And right here we have the valve covers and the little Corvette logo. All sandblasted, came out super great. So they're ready for paint, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and throw some paint on there. And after that, we'll be good to pop the injectors in and start reassembly. Coat number 2. Well guys, 3 layers of paint later, and these have completely transformed. And I also have the little Corvette logo over here that we're just doing in a gloss white. I think it'll look nice because we'll have the little gloss white Corvette logo right up there. Along with the white stripes going through these little divots here. We're gonna let these dry overnight, and I'm gonna head back home, get some sleep, and we'll come back tomorrow and get ready to put the stripes on those and start installation. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys might be cringing at me for this, but we'll go gentle. So we have this coolant line that goes into the bottom of the plenum. Alright guys, so now it looks like we have everything buttoned up, so the only thing that it looks like we have left to do is hook up the battery and try to give Little Red a start after reassembling this whole entire intake manifold. It looks sick, but this is the part where we find out if we hit everything on the dime and have everything connected, or if we broke something, or if we missed something. We're definitely going to find it out here, or if fuel injectors don't work or whatever. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and give Little Red a start. And I know that this video took a while for me to get it out to you guys. Today, it's actually the 17th of January. And as you guys saw, the beginning of this video was like Christmas Eve. So a lot of things have happened in that time with Christmas stuff, New Year's stuff. I ended up going to Florida. I'm looking to start a couple businesses on the side. So I've been doing that while also looking to get Little Red all together and tackle this project while going to school, while working on top of it. So I really appreciate the patience, and hopefully this video is entertaining to you guys. But this looks so much better than it did before. I'm getting in some stickers so that the Beeler Racing thing here is gonna have a real nice red and black logo on it. So I'm gonna try not to drag this out much longer than it needs to be. We're gonna go ahead, hook up the battery, try to give Little Red a cold start, and cross your fingers. Let's see how it goes. Oh, look at that snow. Yeah, we're definitely not taking Little Red on a drive, but we'll see if she starts. Let's see what our fuel's looking like. We don't have any. Do we have fuel squirting out of here? Maybe a timing issue, maybe it's fuel injector, something. Could be one. Oh shit. I think our numbers on the distributor are off. You know, let me take all of these off and we'll try to put these on one by one here. Okay. Let's see if she likes that a little bit. It did look like a couple of these on the driver bank were off. Well, there we go. Okay. Idle's definitely screwed up, but that sounded so much better. Okay, we got her running. We got her running. Not idling. She ran. Doesn't sound like it's knocking. Doesn't sound like it's dropping cylinders or anything now. So that's definitely a plus. Now this car is obviously still a work in progress. And we got so many more videos that are going to be coming for this car. I know this one's been a little bit lengthy, guys. But thank you guys so much for bearing with me. Hopefully it's been entertaining to you. We're going to be clearing all this stuff up here still in the future. I do have first episode of building that Mustang drag car. Next we got episode 2 of pulling the engine out and all that stuff. And then episode 3, which I still have yet to record, we're going to be digging into this 4.6 and tearing it all the way down to the bare block and seeing what we're going to be doing with that. Should be a super entertaining and satisfying video there. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support on my videos and the channel. If you guys want to see more content with Little Red, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. If you guys are super excited for the Mustang drag build that is dropping next video, leave a like, subscribe so you guys don't miss out. This has been Dan, guys. I'll see you in the next video.